Welcome to another edition of the Craig Card Show. Great to have you here. Tyrone A. Johnson here as always. Good morning, Tyrone. How you doing today, pal?
Good morning. You know, the weather's getting slightly warmer.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Ready. Yeah.
We're getting there. Still the same level of incompetence downstairs. But I'll do my job. I'll kind of power through and try to carry the company with me on my broad shoulders and back like I have to do every other day around here. But good to see you, Tyrone.
Oh, good to see you as
You
well.
take a deep breath right now through your schnoz, and you blow it through your mouth, into the schnoz, and out through the mouth, kind of like Ryan sleeping. In any event, what you smell right now is desperation. What you smell right now is a ridiculous amount of confidence that's not based in reality. And what I'm talking about are our fine friends up there in Boston, Massachusetts, who right now are flexing their chests out a little bit. They're peacocking around the office a little bit because tonight, when the Celtics play the Dallas Mavericks, they're getting their guy back. Jayson Tatum, one of the best players in the NBA, is coming back allegedly tonight. Obviously, minutes, limits, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And people in Boston feel like they're now going to be crowned NBA champions because Jayson Tatum is coming back. I have news for you, Boston. This is the single worst thing that has happened to the Boston Celtics since Doc Rivers became their head coach. Because right now, you've got things going better than you ever could have expected. Joe Mazzulla's, for my money, the coach of the year. You are the number 2 seed right now, behind only the Detroit Pistons, couple games ahead of my beloved Knicks, and 4 or 5 games right now ahead of the Cleveland Cavaliers. So it looks like you're a lock to be the 2 seed or the 3 seed.
Yeah, no. The Knicks have to also, the Cavs are now only one game back of the Knicks.
Okay, no, of the Knicks, not of the Celtics, is what I'm saying.
And only 3 games back.
That's what I said, 3 or 4 games behind the Celtics. So here's the problem. Why would you mess up the good thing you've got going? Your rotation works. Jaylen Brown, MVP candidate. Joe Mazzulla, Coach of the Year candidate. And now because of the pressure of not wanting to say no to Jayson Tatum, you're going to allow Jayson Tatum to infiltrate this lineup. And I want to be the first to say, when Jayson Tatum is healthy, he's one of the 5 best basketball players on the planet. I'm a big Jayson Tatum guy. But now's not the time, Boston. Now's not the time with about 20 games to go, a little bit less than that, in the season, and you are the number 2 seed. Now is not the time to experiment with how do we fit Jayson Tatum in to our lineup? How do we fit Jayson Tatum into our rotation when the rotation ain't broken? The Boston Celtics have a chance without Jayson Tatum, and I never thought I would say that going into this year, to win an NBA championship. And now you're going to bring Jayson Tatum in. It's going to mess up the rotation. It's going to change how many shots certain guys get, and the Boston Celtics are going to go from the 2 seed to the 3 seed, and now possibly even the 4 seed. And you're going to look back and go, why did we rush him back? Why did we allow his ego to overtake our basketball decision process? Thank you, Celtic fans. Thank you, Boston Celtics. You have just made the New York Knicks the number 2 seed when the playoffs start in a little more than a month.
Now, Craig, I want to agree with you.
I know.
That was very well put.
You're going to agree with me.
I'm going to agree with some of it.
Yeah.
Why do we play these seasons out? We play these seasons out ultimately to win a championship, correct?
Of course, that's the goal.
And the one part I disagree with you is the Celtics cannot win a championship as is. They cannot.
You would think that.
They cannot.
You would think that.
They're not good enough.
And I want to say that too.
They're not good enough.
But what Joe Mazzulla's done with the Boston Celtics,
but he doesn't play
let's be
for
honest.
He doesn't play for
Where did you have the Celtics preseason? Don't lie about it.
I had them.
You guys as a playing team.
No, I didn't. I had
You said it on the show.
I didn't say it on the show.
You said the Celtics are best of 9 seed.
I did not say that.
I'll find it
You'll
for you.
find it. I said they were right in the middle.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. 5-6.
You said what we all said.
They said they're in the middle.
Jayson Tatum is like no Halliburton in Indiana.
Either way, no, I didn't. No, not that.
Those were your words.
Shut it down.
I wrote down the quote. On September 12th, Tyrone Johnson said, the Boston Celtics are the Indiana Pacers without Tyrese Halliburton. I wrote it down.
Now, here's the bottom line, though.
Good.
Everything else you said, they very well could fall in the standings. They're
going to.
Could have a lot of chemistry
football, the
issues,
whole thing.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But with Tatum, if it works and if he's actually healthy, which we do not know.
I know he's done 5-on-5 stuff, but the man had an
different.
Achilles 10 months ago.
Right. So we don't.
You don't come back from an Achilles injury in 10 months to play a high-level NBA basketball. Let me just say this real quick. Because Jayson Tatum represents everything I love about a handful of athletes. The want to, the desire, right? And the fact that he doesn't want to miss games. He doesn't want to sit on the bench any longer. He doesn't want to, be rehabbing all the time. The man's a competitor. The man wants to play basketball. I have great respect for that because in a generation of NBA basketball players who, in my opinion, have gotten soft and lazy, Jayson Tatum is now bullying his way back onto an NBA basketball court. It defies all medical logic. It defies all medical reason. But I will say this, and if you're going to put this post out, please do it properly, guys. I have great admiration and respect for Jayson Tatum wanting to come back, even though it's premature. I also happen to like it from a Knicks fan perspective because it's going to blow the Celtics up.
See,
go ahead.
And that's where I disagree. What we know for a fact is that Tatum and Brown can win a championship because they've already done it.
Yes, they have.
All right? And what I'm saying is that even if it messes up the rest of the regular season, it doesn't matter if Tatum's actually healthy because together they can win a title. If
you play like crap for 17 games, you think you go into the playoffs feeling good about yourself?
It's not about feeling good.
Or questioning the decision.
It's about whether or not, if they're playing poorly in the standings because they're working on things, this is a championship level core when they have them both. And that's something the Knicks can't say. That's something the Pistons can't say. That's something Cleveland can't say. No one else in the East can say our guys can definitely win a championship because they're the only ones that have done it.
Yeah, well, that's fine. That's historically
factual.
accurate.
No, that's factual.
It's historically accurate.
No, it's not.
But
Historically, they have a title 2 years ago.
Just because the Detroit Pistons, who are the number 1 seed, that's wire-to-wire number 1, have not won a title with this group of guys.
So they don't know until they do.
Doesn't mean that they can't win a title.
I didn't say they can't. What I'm saying is they don't know for sure. The only team that knows for sure in the East are the Celtics. The Knicks.
And the Knicks.
It's been 50 years.
And the Knicks.
It's been 50 years. I think
and the Knicks.
I believe you had a big old wish sandwich in the beginning.
Yeah.
Where you wish you have some meat on it. Right there, you're hoping Celtics are going to fall off. You're hoping that happens.
And I know.
You're hoping.
I know it goes against, rational thinking, and probably the majority of people out there that love basketball, because I see all these, national guys who are Celtic fans, crowing right now about how Jayson Tatum's coming back. This is one of those rare moments where I would say, I don't want him back if I'm a Celtic fan. And I say that with all due respect of him being, I think, one of the 5 best players when healthy in the NBA. He's a dominant force. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a champion, all that good stuff. And I love the desire to play, but it ain't broke right now. Like, if you told me that the Celtics were, borderline play-in team, maybe had a shot for the 6th seed, 100%. Bring Tatum into the mix, and let's see if we can go on a nice 18-game run, maybe go 13-5 and get ourselves into the top 4, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. But when you're already there, when you're the 2 seed and you beat up everybody, why would you mess with that? I would tell Jayson Tatum, keep rehabbing, son. Keep rehabbing. Keep rehabbing. Next year, love to have you back. Not now.
I agree with you medically about that.
Yeah, and I'm a doctor.
But the real teams know I'm not playing for the 2, 3, or 4 seed. I'm playing for a championship.
Yeah, but you got to get the seed before you get the chip.
Not necessarily.
No playing teams ever won a championship.
What do you mean? Playing. They're not in danger of being in the play.
Like 7, 8, 9, 10, you're in the playoffs.
Those teams,
right?
No.
But you ain't playing for no championship.
What I'm saying is if you're going to be, let's say they fell to 5. That's the furthest they could fall.
Okay, I agree.
5 seeds have won a title.
I think 4 is probably the lowest. But I'm with you.
The 5 right now is 6 games behind.
They're not
so if they implode it, they can fall there. If they
that would have to be an implosion of every proportion's guy.
And we've even seen 5 seeds. The Rockets, as a 5 seed, won a title.
Yeah.
The Celtics are doing this to win a championship.
Yeah, well, they're not going to win a championship if Tatum comes back. Sorry, not sorry. We got lots cooking for you today. NFL on the horizon. Baseball, too, right after this. to the Craig Carton Show. I'm trying to figure out why I can't see things on Twitter the way I normally do on the show. But that's neither here nor there, I suppose, Tyrone. I'll just do my thing like the trained zoo animal they think I am around here. And I hope that other people will decide to care about their jobs and take care of things the way they should be taken care of. Tyrone actually wrote that. I just read it for him. I'm just saying, I'm helping you out.
Thank you for getting out there.
I'm here for you.
Yeah.
By the way, did you see your guy LeBron James last night? We're not allowed to show it to you because of rights issues and whatnot. But did you see your guy?
I saw him breaking a record.
Did you see your guy
last night?
last night?
I saw him breaking a record.
Yeah, you see your guy last night?
Breaking a record.
No, not breaking a record. No.
Oh, no. What else?
Your
did he
guy
do?
last night drives in against Jokic. Jokic makes zero contact with him. LeBron makes the layup. Okay, no foul called. And then he falls to the ground, writhing in pain. The problem, of course, with the faker is that he wasn't sure which arm to grab, about which arm was hurting him. So he grabbed them both.
Well, what if he hit both arms? You never been hit in both arms?
No.
'Cause I have.
So he goes to the ground, no foul called, but the bucket counted. By the way, they lost to the Nuggets because they always lose to the Nuggets, right?
Nuggets are better.
Yeah, they are better.
Nuggets are better.
And your guy's now writhing on the floor in pain. He grabs his right elbow. And then he's like, maybe it wasn't that one. So then he grabs his left elbow, and then it wasn't that one. So then one of the guys comes over to try to help him up. He yells, "Oh, my elbow!" And they take him to the bench, and no one's paying him any mind, of course, because everyone knows he's faking.
Nothing.
And then he comes right back on the court like 10 seconds later.
Oh, thank God he's all right.
Yeah. Oh!
I was definitely worried about LeBron.
Yo, it's so comical now that he don't even try to hide it. Flopping on the ground like a flounder. Not sure which arm to grab, so he grabs both of them. Does that? Can't get up. Oh, my elbow. You got it. I wish I could show you this video, guys. It is awesome.
Well, first of all, he shouldn't have fouled.
Yeah.
Jokic is a hack.
Jokic didn't touch him.
He fouled him.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
You weren't looking
Have
at the
some
context.
intellectual honesty.
Okay, I am being intellectually honest.
You and I both sat here and watched it together.
Clearly got backed on both arms. You're looking for body contact. That's what the refs were looking for.
There was no contact.
Meanwhile, swipe down.
He didn't swipe.
Oh, my arms.
Yeah. It's like Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack. Oh, my arm. It's broken. It's broken. And by the way, last NBA thing for a moment here, and then we got some football to get to as well. There's a name you're going to have to learn how to pronounce correctly. All right?
Okay.
And that name rhymes with nipple. Okay?
Oh, okay. I know about him.
My guy.
Your guy.
You just are discovering this guy now. All right? My guy out of Duke, and I usually hate Duke kids, okay? Yeah. He was the 4th pick overall in the draft last year.
Yes.
And no one ever paid him any mind because it was all about Cooper Flag this, Cooper Flag that.
Yeah.
And let me just be fair to Cooper Flag, who's probably not going to get to the 65 games played.
Probably
He'd
not.
have to play out the string, minus 1 or 2 games to actually get to 65 and be eligible, because he's had a very good rookie season. He hasn't dominated maybe at the level some people thought he would. I think you and I sat here when he got drafted as an 18-year-old and said, he's going to be really good, but don't think you're getting 30 and 15 every night.
Right.
And to be fair to him, he's had like 26 and 5.
Yeah.
Solid rookie campaign, especially when you consider he's playing with no talent around him.
Yep.
No Anthony Davis anymore. He's hurt anyway. Right. No Kyrie. Hasn't played all season, etc. Not a good basketball team. And he's had some foot injuries. He's had a very good rookie season.
Yes.
But he's not the rookie of the year.
No, he's not.
My guy is. The guy that I told you was going to be a great NBA player. Remember that?
No.
Yeah. Anyhow, his name
I don't remember this.
is Kon Knueppel.
Yeah, Knueppel can play.
Knueppel can play. And that's why the Charlotte Hornets, by the way, who I think as we wake up today are still a 500 team and in the running for the play-in in the East, which would be like top of your head. When's the last time the Hornets made the playoffs?
I mean, it's been a long time.
I think Larry Johnson played for them the last time they made the playoffs.
I think Kemba was the last time.
Do you think the Kemba Walker Hornets made the postseason?
Yeah.
Did they make it once? In any event.
With Kemba, yeah.
So get ready to hear people butcher the name Knueppel, all right?
Now,
Kon Knueppel, he right now is your NBA Rookie of the Year. And the Charlotte Hornets, I know you don't watch them a lot, and they're not on TV a lot. With him and LaMelo Ball, that is an entertaining, fun team to watch.
They absolutely are.
Yeah.
They're mowing down teams now.
They won 3 straight games by, I think, 15-plus points.
Yeah.
That had only happened.
6 straight.
Excuse me. They won 6 straight games by 15 or more points. And shockingly, that's the second most times that's happened in NBA history. The legendary Golden State Warriors, that the 70-win team, whatever it was, they did it. And now the Charlotte Hornets have done it. That's crazy.
Yeah, and this
Considering
also
they're a 500 team.
Absolutely. A player that people probably need to also pay attention to that was a very high pick. Brandon Miller, as a wing player, has really he's turned into a 20-point scorer.
Yeah.
He's in year 2. Show respect to him. He's playing really good ball.
Yeah.
He's their best player probably overall.
No,
but he doesn't have
LaMelo
the
Ball is
flex-
their best player.
No, he's not.
LaMelo Ball is a top 5 point guard in the sport, and he's certainly the Hornets' best player.
He is not.
Not worth arguing because it's the Hornets, but you love that name, Kon Knueppel, don't you?
I do love
Like
the
when
name.
you go home, you say to your wife, honey, what do you think about Kon Knueppel? And then
Listen,
she thinks you're coming on to her, and you're like, babe, I'm just talking basketball.
listen.
That conversation don't happen?
Listen, but with the fame from this show, people are now sending me pictures of their Knueppels.
Are they?
Left and right.
Look at you.
Someone sent one today.
Really?
Wasn't
Guy or gal?
Gal.
Gal.
Let me tell you,
Nice.
as far as the Knueppel goes,
Yeah, solid Kon Knueppel.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Keep sending your Kon Knueppel pictures to Tyrone. It's TyroneJohnson@gmail.com. Definitely send it.
That is not
definitely
my,
make
that
sure.
is not my email address.
That's not your email?
That's not my email.
That would explain why you don't respond to my emails.
Yeah, you sent it to the wrong place.
every single day. But it is a great story. I hate the fact that he's a Duke kid
Yeah.
because I hate everything about Duke. I did see that there was pseudo Ivy League kids out there have been waiting outside for 6 weeks in tents trying to get a ticket to the Duke season finale because a lot of people think it's Boozer's last game.
Probably is.
As obviously had this great freshman season. But it's been 6 weeks living outside in a tent to get tickets. It's Duke, Carolina. That's how Duke ends their season. And the ticket prices are crazy. But that one section down there at Cameron Indoor that you can only get if you're a Duke student, they've been waiting outside in tents. I'm not making this up. For 6 weeks. And it got me to thinking, is there anything in life that you would wait in a tent 6 weeks for and not be guaranteed to get it? Give it a consideration during the break. We'll answer that question, and we'll get to why Kenny Walker's not going to be a Giant right after this. to the Craig Carton Show. There's been a lot of smoke, Tyrone, on Kenny Walker, the Super Bowl MVP, who got released, of course, by the Seattle Seahawks.
His contract expired.
He got released.
He didn't get released.
Didn't renew his contract. No new contract. I know you won the MVP, but we hate your guts because we have a guy with, torn ACL on the sideline that we think is going to be better than you. And we know you're only 25 years old, but we're so cocksure in what we do. We're going to let the Super Bowl MVP walk out of Seattle with our new starting running back. Won't be able to play in September because of an injury. And we're going to let you go somewhere else to help another team, despite the fact you're only 25 years old. You could have franchised him for $14 million and brought him back as your starting running back, and then traded him if you wanted to at some point when Charbonneau, whatever his name is, comes back from the injury. So every now and then, I think NFL executives outsmart themselves. A 25-year-old stud running back, and I know the knock on him, he doesn't catch the ball well out of the backfield.
Or
so what?
And they say he's bad at blitz pickup as well. That's what they claim.
So what?
That's what they claim.
You won a Super Bowl because that guy was on the field. Mm-hmm. You take Kenneth Walker off Seattle, an argument could be made as bad as New England was in that game. You might lose that Super Bowl 6-3. That's on the table.
Yeah.
So anyway, a lot of people think that my guy Kenny Walker, who I love, by the way, I've been a K9 guy since he came into the league out of Michigan State. I will tell you this, and Wake Forest before that. That was my dog right there. I will tell you this, if I may, Tyrone, can I?
Sure.
Everyone thinks he's going to the Giants, and I keep telling everybody, this is called an NFL professional smokescreen. The New York Giants are not signing Kenneth Walker. The New York Giants are also not drafting a running back at number 5. I keep telling people that too. Now, the question to all you guys is, why? And how do I know this? Well, I know this because today, the New York Giants restructured and bringing back Montgomery, one of their 3 running backs. Obviously, you've got a rookie contract on Scatterboo coming back from the gruesome leg injury.
Yep.
But they do think he'll be back ready to go in time for training camp.
Yeah, he will be.
And you have Tyrone Tracy, who, while not a great running back, certainly a competent running back, okay?
Passable for sure.
Yeah, plus the New York Giants offense is not built around the running game. The New York Giants offense is being built around what? Jackson Dart. So at some point, you got to recognize when smoke is being blown your way. This is one of those times where it's nothing but smoke. Kenneth Walker, and I think this is a bad decision for the Giants, if you ask me. Kenneth Walker is not going to be a New York Giant. And I'll tell you this. I know the Kansas City Chiefs did that trade with the Rams, and now they've got the 9 and the 19, I think it is, in the first round of this draft.
9 and 29.
Is it 29, not 19?
Yes.
Fact check that, please. 2 first-round picks. Just fact check it so we get it right.
Okay.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but let's make sure we get it right. It might be 9 and 29. Maybe you're right. I'll take the loss on that. So I know they hope that Jeremiah Love falls to them at 9, and that's probably their first pick in the draft. But if I'm the Kansas City Chiefs and I can go get 25-year-old Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker and then not draft a running back at 9 or 29?
It's 29.
Thank you. Good job on that, Tyrone. I'll take the loss. Tyrone was right. I'm all about it.
Can you block, though? You see, fundamental.
Again, with the knocks on this guy.
No, it's not. No.
He's the reigning Super Bowl MVP.
No.
Yeah.
Can they do? Their biggest need, talking about Kansas City, who you just mentioned, they can't block. You have a quarterback that's coming back from an injury. I think there needs both in free agency and in the draft, investing in the trenches.
So get some offensive linemen. It's not a great offensive lineman draft, so the experts say. I wouldn't know about that, but go ahead.
So what I'm saying is at 9, if a guy comes to you at 9, fine.
Okay.
But at 29, for sure, draft an offensive lineman.
That's fine. I'm with you on
for
that.
For sure.
Okay.
And I don't think you go that route. I believe Kenneth Walker, I know the team he's going to. I think he's going to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You think Kenny Walker goes to the Steelers?
Yep.
They don't have a quarterback right now either.
Or a running back.
They don't have a good running game either.
Right. Kenneth Gainwell, who was really good for them, is a free agent as well. He's going to get a big raise. You'd probably rather play Kenny Walker than Kenneth Gainwell. I believe he's going to that too. And I believe he ends up in Pittsburgh.
I think he's also younger than Kenny Gainwell too.
He is a little younger.
Right?
Kenny Gainwell is not an old player, but he's only 25 years old.
Yeah. So look, I just think it's happened a few times in obviously NFL history where the Super Bowl MVP does not return to the team he won it with, that guy typically gets a big contract or had a great Super Bowl or postseason run.
Yeah.
The first guy that comes to mind is Larry Brown,
Yep.
the defensive back who had, I think, a couple picks and a pick six in a Super Bowl, got a huge contract and stunk after that.
Yep. Got it. He was on an episode of New York Undercover, though.
That was he?
Remember the show? Yeah, they put him off of that. He parlayed into an episode of New York Undercover.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. So, again, if you're a diehard Giants fan, I know I know there's a lot of smoke that Kenneth Walker is going to be a Giant, but bringing back Montgomery, having Scatterboo, having Tracy under contract, it just doesn't make sense. The Giants have so many other needs that are not running back. They are not getting Kenny Walker. But whoever does is going to be grateful they do, because that kid can flat out play. I'm a big K9 guy. To the Craig Carton Show. Tyron Johnson here as well. Quick MMA news for you. They've made it official. They've announced the main event for UFC at White House this summer in celebration of our country's 250th anniversary. I think it's on the South Lawn of the White House, and it's a guy who's not fought in a while that everybody wanted back. Jon Jones is making his return to the octagon for UFC Washington, D.C., celebration of our country's independence, and he's fighting against Alex Pereira. So if you're a diehard UFC fan, Jon Jones is coming back, the greatest pound-for-pound fighter in the history of mixed martial arts, is making his return to the octagon against Alex Pereira. Much more on that, obviously, as we get closer to the event this summer. I also want to thank the folks at Best of Celebrities for putting out the video of Ella Alexandra today. Well done on that as well. You had a quick comment on the UFC thing or no?
Are we sure that that's confirmed?
I just told you it was confirmed.
Man, I'm just checking, man.
Do you think I just say things for the sake of saying them? Or do you think I actually had someone tell me that's a done deal?
I believe
Jon Jones, Alex Pereira, UFC this summer, celebration of our 250th.
Well,
go ahead. Push back. Go ahead.
No, I'm not pushing back.
You're pushing back.
I'm not pushing back.
That's all you do today is push back.
I don't push back at all.
You're a habitual pusher backer.
All right, sometimes I do. Okay, I'm unintentionally contrary. I will say this.
Yes.
That is the best fight they can currently provide with the guys on their roster. The best fight they can provide, and it's exciting for the fans.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
For the fans.
Just go with it.
You know, This is what I'm afraid of.
Dude, no, there's nothing to be
I tell you what I'm
afraid
afraid of. This is what I'm afraid
What,
of.
that I got it wrong?
No. I'm not worried about you getting it wrong. You're going to go on and do your radio show later.
Later today,
all right? And you're going to go on and boom.
Yeah, it's going to be live on Twitter, too.
Then I'm going to get phone calls from people, sometimes people that are kind of important.
Yeah.
And they don't ask me how I'm doing. They don't say hi. I say hello.
Yeah.
And they have real jobs. And they go, what's up with your boy Craig?
Yeah.
And I go, what are you talking about this time?
Could be a lot of things, right?
And then they have to tell me, and I go,
well, here's what you do. Call those friends up now, get ahead of it, and tell them that I told you John Jones, Alex Pereira, UFC in our nation's capital this summer in celebration of 250 years of independence. Okay?
Okay.
Just tell them it's a done deal.
I'll tell them it's a done deal.
John Jones is back. Okay?
I actually love that fight. And for people that are a little bit more inside, they were wondering why Pereira vacated his light heavyweight fight. This fight will happen at heavyweight.
Yes.
That is why.
John Jones didn't get that to light heavyweight, I don't think, ever again. But real quick, I want to call your attention to why March is the greatest month for some people. As you know, starts getting a little bit warmer.
Yep.
We kind of shed our winter clothes. March Madness, when it's still the great sporting events of all time. Basketball is just different in March. I want to take you to a female high school basketball state championship tournament, okay?
Yeah.
Do not play the video just yet. I'm just going to set it up for you, okay? Okay. It's going to be 42-38. Team has the 4-point lead, okay? The team that is trailing by 4, as the video starts, has an inbounds play underneath their offensive basket, okay? Mm-hmm. Now remember, less than a minute to go. The team inbounding the ball has the lead. The team playing defense is down by 4. That's the parameter. One other caveat to this. The team with the 4-point lead that is inbounding the basketball, Tyrone, also has 2 timeouts left. Got it?
Got it.
So up by 4, 2 timeouts left, less than a minute to go. And let's watch together what unfolds here. Play it, guys. So, down by 4, inbound play.
Under your boom.
Bucket. Okay? Now it's
2-point game.
2-point game.
All right, here we go.
Inbounds play. All right. Stolen.
Broke the golden
bucket.
rule. Broke the rule. You never inbounds under your own basket.
Tie game. Another steal.
They did it again.
Another bucket. And you lose.
Oh, my God.
So, they up by 4. They had the ball. The team that was losing had the ball first, obviously, right? Let me show it to you. I may have discombobulated myself there. All right, down by 4.
This is just a good play. Boom.
Hoop.
Down 2.
Yes.
You still have the ball. You have 2 timeouts here. Inbounds it under your own basket, which
That's
they
right.
tell you that never do.
Yep. Okay.
They do it. Tie game.
It's a tie game, and the coach still doesn't call a timeout. So they went from up 4 to losing by 2, 3 consecutive turnovers, back-to-back turnovers on the inbounds pass that led to layups, and they lose a state playoff game, and their coach went home with 2 timeouts in his back pocket.
So
how about that?
That's just
I kind of foobarred as setting that up. That's on me. I apologize.
No. But I think people understood it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. These are kids. These are high school kids. Yes, it's a state tournament, but these are kids.
Yes.
You have 2 timeouts.
Yes.
First of all, if they're well coached, you can run on the baseline in high school after a made bucket.
Yes.
Coach doesn't say that, obviously.
Correct.
That wasn't drilled beforehand, clearly. But then even if it happens once, call timeout, and worst case scenario, it's a tie game. You draw up a good play to get the ball in.
Right.
Maybe you go down and win. Worst case, overtime.
Correct.
Instead, no timeout.
Yeah.
And then you lose the game.
Gave up 6 consecutive points in the matter of about 5 seconds, and they lost that game. And we all have those moments from our childhood where there's that one game, that one moment, whether it's a good one or a bad one, we both, that never leaves you, that you carry with you for the rest of your lives. We all do the same thing. Sometimes it's a great shot you made, a great play you made, and a lot of times it's a loss, right? And the losses stick with you maybe even longer.
They do.
But for those young girls playing high school basketball, trying to win a state championship out in Iowa, I don't know how I don't even know how you overcome that. I don't even know if you could live with yourself or ever play basketball ever again. And the coach has to be fired, right?
I mean,
I know you don't want to blame a coach in high school sports.
But
man, you were up 4. Right.
Get a timeout.
Yeah.
Get a timeout.
Yeah.
And if you draw up a play and the kids don't run the right play, fine. But
Right.
you got to call the timeout.
Settle
there.
everybody. By the way, throw the ball down the other side of the court.
Yeah, who cares?
As long as it touches somebody, the
Right.
ball's going to be inbounded down there.
Exactly.
With only a couple ticks on the clock.
Exactly.
Crazy ending. And I do feel bad for those young ladies who thought they were advancing in the state championship.
You know, you just reminded me of a moment that was bad the whole day that got saved because of an unselfish point guard.
What was that?
When I was young. Playing in an all-star game.
Yeah.
Because I was good enough to
You were
play.
watching it?
I was playing in it.
Okay.
Playing in the all-star game.
Watching, playing.
I was having a
neither
poor
here nor
game
there.
throughout the game. But it was staying close late. Okay? I can shout out to a kid named Jimmy Rich, kept us in the game making threes. Kept us in the game.
Okay.
Jeremy Martin was our point guard. Late in the game, though, I get my hand. They're trying to win the game, the other team. I end up getting a tip to Jeremy Martin. Jeremy Martin takes off. He's the point guard.
Yeah.
Okay. So he could just lay it up. We win the game. For some reason, he's unselfish. He sees me trailing, throws it to me.
Right.
I make the layup. I make the layup.
He's got so many flaws in it already.
What's flaws?
A, you're on the court in crunch time.
Come on, I'm always on the court in
B,
crunch time. I'm dead
the point
nice.
guard trusting you in a
Trusting
big
me
moment.
in a big spot, Jeremy Martin.
C, you actually converting the
Converted the layup.
But go ahead.
We win the game.
Yeah.
He did not need to pass it. He's clear of everybody.
Okay.
He turns back and lays it back. He was like, you had a tough day today. I want to make sure you got some love at the end.
Look at that.
That was just him being unselfish.
Look at that.
It stuck with me forever.
Why did you have a tough day? Meaning in the game?
I just missed shots.
You having a tough game?
Yeah, I just missed shots. I had a lot of rebounds that day. I had the tip to steal it, won the game.
So you're like Karl Anthony Towns. You had some rebounds.
I did some, right, but I had a tough day from the floor. But he made sure I got the game-winning bucket at the end. And I remember, I stayed with me forever that he did not need to pass.
When's the last time you talked to him?
Talk to Jeremy Martin?
Yeah, long time, right?
98.
So despite the fact that he changed your sports life, you haven't talked to that kid in 27 years.
But I don't
That's how much you're grateful for.
I was pre-cell phone. Hey, Jeremy Martin, if you're watching the show, hit me.
Yeah.
And I'll get back to you.
Quick, I guess we got time. Yeah, quick other sports note for you real quick. Got 30 seconds here before the break. Team USA starts the World Baseball Classic today against Team Brazil.
That's right.
Now, Brazil's more known for soccer, of course, than baseball, but I've never seen this in my life before. You know, they have odds, and you could gamble on the World Baseball Classic, all right? The United States of America, and they are the favorites to win this thing, right? They're even money to win it. They're favored in a baseball game today by 9.5 runs.
Wow.
I've never seen that in my life before. Like, I don't gamble, but out of principle, don't you just take Team Brazil?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
9.5 runs in a baseball game? No way. back to the Craig Carton Show. Tyrone Johnson here as well. This is one of these stories that's going to take me hours later this afternoon to talk about. And it's one of the issues I have and had with Frank Reich becoming the offensive coordinator of the New York Jets. I like Frank. He's a nice man for sure.
Yeah.
He's had some successes in the NFL, most notably in Philadelphia when Carson Wentz was on his way to a most likely MVP season before he got hurt.
Yep.
And then, of course, wins the Super Bowl anyway with Nick Foles. Very reminiscent of the Giants' first Super Bowl title when Jeff Hostetler replaced an injured Phil Simms, and they found a way to beat the Buffalo Bills in that Super Bowl, right? So all good. Then, of course, he goes to Indy. He's got Andrew Luck. Things look up. And Andrew Luck decides, I don't want to play football anymore. And then after that, Frank Reich became a bit of a journeyman, to be fair, as a coach, went to Stanford, et cetera, et cetera. Well, Connor Hughes, the very well thought of New York Jets reporter for SNY, Regional Network here in New York, put out a doozy today. And it's something I said when the Jets hired Frank Reich that I was actually concerned about. And that is, who's the veteran quarterback the Jets are going to bring in? Now, I've heard crazy rumors like Tua's a guy they like. I don't happen to believe that. And there's also the thought process that if the New York Jets will eat Tua's salary this year, that Miami would actually give them their first-round draft pick to do it. I don't like that deal, but it's out there, okay?
Yeah, I also don't fully buy it.
Yeah, Kyler Murray, another guy, because he's getting so much money from the Cardinals that the Jets could pay him literally $1 million and be their quarterback. Very similar to how Pittsburgh got Russell Wilson.
Yes.
Right? So you get a guy that's being paid buku bucks from a different franchise. You pay him the minimum because that's all you have to pay him to play for you.
But Minnesota appears the favorite right now for Kyler Murray.
For Kyler Murray?
For Kyler Murray.
All right, great. All good. Here's the problem. The report today is that the New York Jets have an interest in Wentz.
That's right.
In Wentz.
Carson Wentz, baby.
In your guy.
That's right.
Carson Wentz was last seen playing with one arm for the Minnesota Vikings.
Which was messed up.
Late last season. Literally, I'm not even exaggerating.
That's not a joke.
Had one arm and couldn't throw a football, and they didn't take him out of the game.
Yeah.
All right, so I have great respect for Carson Wentz.
He's physically tough, for sure.
He gets hurt a lot.
Yeah.
He comes back. He's a tough guy.
Tough guy.
He did have a near MVP season, although that's like 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
And I know he's a competent veteran quarterback who obviously knows Frank Reich's system, but I can say this on behalf of Jet fans. This was the concern in hiring Frank Reich, that he's not going to make us better. He's going to bring in an old head like Carson Wentz and go through the motions thinking that once again he can make Carson Wentz a great quarterback. Carson Wentz has not been a good quarterback in a long, long time. I know he's competent. I know he understands the offense. I know when his arm's not dangling from his body, he actually can throw a football. So I'm not taking any of those immeasurables away from him. But Carson Wentz is no longer a starting quarterback in the NFL. Carson Wentz is the type of guy you want when you have a rookie quarterback or a young, inexperienced quarterback, and to have a good guy on the sideline to be a mentor to him.
Right.
I think he'd be great at that. The other problem I have with Frank Reich and Carson Wentz reuniting is what happened in Indianapolis when they were together. They are both very religious men. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. That is not a knock. But the NFL locker room, unfortunately for some of you, is not the place for a preacher to be. And they are both preachers. They both talk about their religious beliefs to everybody and anybody that wants to hear them. And that was the knock on them, both in Philadelphia and then again in Indianapolis. That, guys, we respect your religious beliefs. I'm a God-fearing man, but I don't, sell you on my religious beliefs every minute of the day. And that's not why you don't bring a guy in, obviously, but it didn't work. It hasn't worked. And as a Jet fan, I would much rather pay Kyler Murray $1 million on a flyer that maybe you rediscover your passion for football and you become my franchise quarterback than I want Carson Wentz at 36, 7 years old, whatever it is, being my starting quarterback. Yeah. I have no interest in Carson Wentz.
Now, let's see what about this one part, though. Solid citizen not a bad guy, not your future guy anyway.
Correct.
You have said out loud that you want to be bad.
I have no problem if the Jets go 0-17, but here's the problem with that. The more I watch what Darren Moogie does, the more I think that we have the best general manager in football. And I think the Jets are going to get better a lot faster than a lot of other people think.
I agree with them getting better quickly.
We don't have a quarterback.
You don't.
And I don't like Kyler Murray either. But Carson Wentz.
He's 33, by the way, just for the age.
I'd rather have Kirk Cousins than Carson Wentz.
But Kirk Cousins apparently has already told teams, even though he's got a lot of money, he's not taking $1 million.
Well, he's getting $10 million from them anyway down in Atlanta.
So what I just said, you don't make the money he's made. He has told teams, even though I'm making a lot of money from Atlanta, I'm not taking $1 million.
Well,
he's going to be significantly more expensive than Wentz.
Then Kirk Cousins isn't getting a job. If you think there's a team out there, because there's offset language, and you think, well, whatever money you pay him, that's what Atlanta doesn't have to pay him, and Atlanta right now has got to pay him $10 million for next year, Kirk Cousins can take a hike. You can retire too. I move on to the next. Kyler Murray doesn't want $1 million. He's getting 38 from the Cardinals. I go on to the next guy. I might get to Wentz eventually, but Carson Wentz does not make me moist. He doesn't.
Make you moist?
I'm not moist. I'm not aroused. I don't have a stiffy. I'm not even half-mast right now. I do not want Carson Wentz being the New York Jets starting quarterback.
You know this.
He's a walking injury.
Hold on. Let me give you one more story about Carson Wentz. There's a rumor about how he lost his virginity.
I don't want to hear that story.
They said it was.
You can't be a shock jock every day,
I'm not being a shock jock.
Nobody on a sports show wants to hear how the quarterback lost his virginity.
I think people do.
Save that for your trash show this weekend. All right?
I don't know.
I don't do that kind of content on the show.
You don't care that he might have lost it on a Mormon mission overseas, a mission?
No.
Overseas?
You mean he's got a little tonguing baby?
And then the question is, was it missionary while doing missionary
I'm not
work?
having that conversation.
You're not comfortable with that conversation?
I'm not partaking in that. It's disgusting.
That's what's up. You're above that?
I want to apologize to the audience that just tuned in because we were a little late getting on Twitter today. That's like, I thought this was a sports show.
It is a sports show.
I thought this was just Craig and his friends being entertaining, and now you're talking about sex. It's 11 o'clock in the morning.
No, I didn't. I talked about relations.
It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning out west, and you're talking about a quarterback's sex life.
I said relations.
Shame on you, Tyrone.
Because man got a later start in life.
Shame on you, Tyrone.
Got a later start in life.
He's got tonguing kids? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that.
I might be interested in
I believe it was with his wife.
Oh. Is she tonguing?
No.
Man, I wish I had a tonguing wife. back to the Craig Carton Show. Tyrone Johnson here as well. Before we skedaddle for the weekend, a couple of stories we don't have enough time to get to. So let's run through a few of them real quick if we can.
Yeah.
Logan Paul's a fame whore. I'm sorry, no, it says here he offered $1 million to any NFL player who could beat him in a boxing match. So Le'Veon Bell said, I'm in. I'm in. Fight you tomorrow if you want.
Right.
And then, of course, Logan Paul said, well, wait a minute. You actually know how to fight, meaning I'd have to train for it, and you're not active in the NFL, so that does not apply to you.
Now, come on.
And then he said he would throttle Myles Garrett. Maybe he would.
Maybe, but...
Like, just because you're a big guy, Myles Garrett, doesn't mean you know how to fight. True. I know Myles Garrett knows how to drive fast.
The other part is this would be a boxing match, not a fight. I feel like if Myles Garrett got his hands on him, he would do well, but not
like a street fight.
Yeah, the street fight, but this is different.
Anthony Edwards came out and said, I think we even have sound of this. If you guys want it, that's fine. That if he wins the NBA title before he turns 30, guess what he wants to do? Here's Anthony Edwards.
I find a way to get a ring, but once I get one, I'll be cool. I'll probably go play football, especially if I get one while I'm still young. If I get one before I turn 30, I'm definitely going to try to go play football.
What position, though?
I'll probably play receiver.
That's good enough. So Anthony Edwards came out and said he would kill it. That if he wins the ring before he's 30, he's going to go play NFL football. That's rich. Number one, you're not going to win a ring before you're 30. And I love Anthony Edwards. Michael's son's probably got a good shot at winning it, but at West, I don't think they're winning a ring just yet. And number two, you forgot the fact that NBA players are soft, yourself included. In the NFL, they actually hit you, and you can't cry to the refs if somebody lights you up. Now, great athlete. Could he play football? Maybe. But NBA dudes don't go from the NBA to the NFL because they don't like being touched.
Nobody wants to take those hits unless they have to. And why would you have guaranteed money?
Correct.
Because he'll still be making the max at 30 or go get non-guaranteed money in the NFL.
He's going to make over $500 million
right.
when it's all said and done. By the way, there's a chance he makes $1 billion as an NBA player because he's that good.
Yep. And he's only 24.
But NBA dudes don't go to the NFL because you guys hate contact. You hate it. You flopping league, that's what you are. So the fact that he's considered to go to the NFL, I think it's cute, it's funny. We have our 30 seconds with it, and then you move on. President Trump announced that he's having a commission set up to discuss NIL money in college sports.
That's today.
And trying to fix college sports, which I think someone's got to fix so we all understand is broken. But I found it interesting that one of the dozen or so men or women that are on the committee to fix college sports is actually a guy named Kobe Campbell, who is the #1 booster for Texas Tech. He wrote a check, multiple checks, for $27 million last year alone.
Yep.
Texas Tech spends the second most money on NIL in the country. Does he seem to be the right guy to be on the dais?
Of course not.
When he's the guy that's writing the second most amount of checks in all of college sports for Texas Tech?
Of course
he's the problem.
He's the problem.
He's not the solution.
He paid $1 million to a softball player.
Right.
Dead serious.
Right.
That's not a joke.
I know.
2 years in a row, $1 million to a softball player who did take him to the final game of the College World Series, but a softball player.
Yeah. So, that's not the right guy.
Also,
another guy on is the former head, I think maybe the current head of the NCAA. Was it Miles Brand? Is that his name?
Yes, he's on it.
Okay. That's the guy that just yesterday filed a 700-page complaint trying to stop Trinidad Chambliss for playing one extra year of college football. He's part of the problem also.
Yes, and then they also have no active coaches, zero active coaches.
Urban Meyer's on that committee.
You want him?
Urban Meyer's one of the dirtiest coaches in the history of college
you want
football.
Urban there? And Tiger Woods is there.
Tiger Woods never played college football.
Why is he there?
Okay? I know this is beyond just football, it's basketball
but
also.
I'm just the point, though. Yeah.
And Tiger, I'm not sure if Tiger funds the Stanford golf team. Maybe he does. I don't know. They also have Nick Saban on the list.
The guy who cheated, and then as soon as everyone could cheat, he got out the game.
Nick Saban left coaching, in my opinion, based on what Tyrone just said. Once it was an even playing field, Alabama stopped winning championships.
He got out.
So we got the wrong people on the committee. I think the committee's a good idea. I like Randy Levine, who's the Yankees head honcho, who's also very well informed on sports and on sports media and on paying people to play sports. I like him on that committee. He's a very smart guy as well. But, man, we got people that are part of the problem on that committee, not part of the solution on that committee.
Yeah.
That's like going to a pimp asking him, how do we fix the hooker problem in America?
I mean, too many hoes. People are like, what? Too many hoes? Since when? Since when?
And I'll leave you with this. Jeremy Lin said he once had 20 and 10 at halftime of a game, and he was doing so well that the general manager told the coach, sit his ass down, we're trying to lose. That's rich on so many levels, we ain't got time to discuss it. Have a great weekend. See you Monday.